Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly money and career tarot reading. This is going to be for the month of December 2022 as we get ready to wrap up this year. But I do want to remind you this is general. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And I do more than appreciate you hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel if you haven't joined this Cancerian tribe already. And of course, leave me a comment, if not several down below. Claim the success that's meant for you. But we're going to pull 6 tarot cards from the Light Seers deck and see how the month will unravel for you. And then we'll further clarify with more tarot. But let's begin and pull some small money and career messages to begin. What do we have for Cancer? For Cancer for the month of December. Luck is on your side. Beautiful beginning. What else do we have for Cancer? Money-making machine. I feel like you are just very busy in the month of December. That's the vibe that I'm picking up on. You could be working multiple career opportunities. You could be picking up extra shifts is what I'm hearing. You could just be doing what you normally do, but just, I feel like you put your heart and soul into whatever you produce and develop, whatever work you're wrapped up in, whatever you're beginning or continuing, that it at times leaves you quite burnt out, but you're just doing so well. Things are growing, prospering. You're starting to see results in regards to what you've put your efforts towards. And I feel like for the majority drawn to this reading, if I could even say it, the majority of the Cancerians drawn to this reading are gaining public recognition. Even the slip-ups, even the moments of imperfection when it comes to your work, when it comes to how you speak, it just feels relatable, okay? It feels on point. It feels the way it's meant to be. It is just how it's meant to be, okay? People are recognizing you for how talented you truly are, and that's feeling so rewarding in and of itself, okay? What else do we have for Cancer? For Cancer. I said that really weird. Manifesting money. I feel like in the midst of you making a ton of money, there's other random amounts of money flowing in. Spirit saying you deserve it. You deserve it. And any of you drawn to the reading who once were concerned, rewinding back, or even in the beginning stage of this month, you may be a little bit concerned about your money moving forward or needing a certain amount for an investment to change, or just that comfort you desire moving forward. It just feels like the random amounts of money flowing in at certain points on top of what you're already making for oneself, that feels good. Okay, that gives you a sense of comfort, right? A need to just recognize you'll have what you need when you need to. Okay, I feel the need to take this spotlight success, going hand in hand with that public recognition. People are again noticing you for your talents, for your way of doing things, and we have our 6th one. Hard work pays off. Okay. There's this innate ability to adapt and just to put a very, they're saying comfortable touch to something, okay? Say you produce for your online business or for your business in general in person or for your day-to-day job. I want to say even for interviewing for some, it just feels as if, or important meetings, it feels as if you just give a relatability about how you present something. Or produce something. It's just a comfortable vibe about it, okay? I heard, I want to hang out with you. I want to hang out with you. You might even find in a existing, continuing work situation or a new one, people want to hang out with you. Your vibe is desirable, okay? And that's helping you make money all the meanwhile. For Cancer, to continue, we're going to pull 3, clarify them as I had mentioned, and then in order to not feel too congested, we'll clear the board and pull the other half. For Cancer, I'm hearing don't forget to eat. I feel like it's a month where you're so busy, potentially even having travel wrapped up into your month at certain points, at the very least migrating, that there's the potential to forget to eat or to forget to hydrate. Make sure you're taking care of the temple known as your body, okay? Alrighty. Feel the need to go with, okay. Bear with me. No, this feels right. You got to trust your intuition, okay? Not surprised to see the 2 of Cups in regards to, again, people connecting with you quite easily. But I do feel as if a meeting with a stranger could be of importance. We do have the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck as well as the Magician. Again, I feel like you're manifesting a lot of money into your situation and a lot of success and growth all the meanwhile. As something prospers, do recognize your ability or remember your ability to manifest success for oneself in a lot of ways. But also, again, it's this vibe where you're also seeing your hard work pay off. Okay. I just also feel like at times you feel like nothing comes easily, but then at other points, things will just feel quite effortless and just a bit magical in that sense. But it is a feeling that your cup is overflowing, whether it's due to a new beginning, whether it's due to the continuation of something that's meant to thrive. It could be both for oneself, or you just balancing out a lot, I feel the need to say. But there's also a potential for a living situation and or a work situation to be making you a bit nervous. Do take a deep breath and recognize that things will switch up when they're meant to. Okay. We have the Four of Cups to begin the month, and that's clarified by the Five of Cups. So Spirit's saying you need to recognize where you're expecting the worst is not a healthy situation for you. Again, I feel like that's tied into the same situation that's making you a bit nervous at times. But I do feel like as well, you need to also recognize when you're picking up on somebody else's energy and it's not yours. But I do feel like the beginning of December highlights a past choice you rejected or just left behind when it comes to work or when it comes to where you lived and how that's changed things for the better. I do feel like you are attracting a lot of options at this time if you choose to switch things up in a different direction for oneself. I feel like there's also a need to recognize when you are seeing the truth in a situation. I feel like, especially my entrepreneur Cancer is drawn to this reading, there's certain scams coming towards you. Scammers, offers to invest in your business, or just, it could be a pyramid scheme for some, but I just feel like you need to notice when it's just not legit, okay? But there's a very motivated vibe about you where your intuition, your ability to manifest, and your spiritual connection, it's leaving you seeing things coming to be as they're meant to. So when something flows towards you that's not meant for you or comes back around, recognize or remember that and just stick with or move towards what's meant for you, period. There's a bit of a planning vibe about the month of December for you, preparation, if you will, for a new shift in the right direction for oneself or just more success in the upcoming year. I feel like the year of 2023 is going to be quite amazing for you, but you need to expect the best and recognize that the little rocky moments along the way, the bumps along your path, make you stronger, okay? And it may even just benefit your work all the meanwhile, okay? Look at that. That was absolutely purposeful. I picked up the deck and look what was left behind. We'll take the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups to clarify the Two of Cups for the middle of the first half of the month. So the number 22 coming out, if you look up that angel number meaning, there's a message for you. But I just feel like you are, again, so intuitive when it comes to your work. It may be part of the work you're producing and developing at this time. But also trust what you feel, what you just intuitively know, or even told by spirit when it comes to who to associate oneself with at work, who to keep a clear mind with, who to steer clear of. Do not wrap oneself up with gossip, but especially in the middle of the first half of the month, it's highlighted how many people want to hang out with you from work. You may not want to, you may just be too tired or too busy, having a lot on your plate. You may find that you're attracting more clients and customers to your business, right? Due to the work you're producing and developing. It just feels like you are impressing people left and right. There's this vibe where you may be recognized publicly, but there's one person in particular where you're meant to attract their attention, and this may not be 100% obvious, but it will benefit your career down the line. Some stars will take notice for some. You may be desiring fame or just feeling like it's on the horizon for you, but at the very least, there's fortune on the horizon for you, okay? Do know and embrace that all the meanwhile. Expect it is what I just heard. The Seven of Swords to wrap up the first half of the month. Let's pull for this one. I feel like you're not being very vocal about what you're moving towards, what you're manifesting at this time, what's about to be switched up potentially, even in regards to where your money's going and how much is coming in. And I feel like this is on point. You not being completely out in the open or just updating certain people in regards to some or all of what I just mentioned is keeping things more simplistic, keeping things clear in your mind, okay? We can't have anybody opinionated or just a bit nosy, judgmental even, altering your state of confidence moving forward in regards to what needs to be switched up, or in regards to where you're intuitively feeling your money needs to go, or just what's coming in, right? Because we can obviously put two and two together and see how that can negatively affect things, okay? But I do feel like there's someone very noisy you're having to cope with, deal with at work, at home, potentially both. Let the noise subside. Escape from the situation if you can. But it might be a situation where you're at work and you can't leave the premises, that area even, or the department, and someone's just noisy, right? But I just feel like the frustration just reminds you why change is necessary on the horizon. On the horizon, if I could even say it. That is the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to grab it. So yeah, the Ace of Pentacles to clarify the Seven of Swords. And I really do feel as if there's a bit of a light shining down upon you, a bit of spotlight attention once again, going back to that card over here, even when you don't desire it. But there is this vibe where you're out and about doing your thing, spending money, taking care of oneself, self-care, migrating to and from work, or to your business. And I just feel like people are turning their heads to look at you. Okay, people are remembering you, you leaving a lasting impression, but you're being quite secretive to wrap up the first half of the month. Again, in regards to what you just began, what you're continuing, or potentially more so in regards to what you want to invest in. And I feel like your connection to nature will improve your work. But I just feel like there's a lot of choices in regards to your financially comfortable future. For some, a work situation you began recently is helping your cup overflow with more money, more abundance, and you meeting people of importance, or you're just meeting people that are meant to be entering your life at this time. It feels like as you're attracting in a lot of money and a lot of success, a lot of growth, your hard work's paying off, you're meeting new people, and that's just helping you thrive all the meanwhile. A little bit of a social butterfly to an extent, but Spirit's saying you staying focused on your work at this time is most important. But it is okay to let loose and have a bit of fun, okay? Let's clear the board and pull for the second half of the month for you. I just feel like you have a really good ending to the year ahead for you. I just feel that, okay? I could even shuffle. First, my tarot reader's drawn to the reading that was keywording. Bear with me. Again, I just feel like there's a level of energy in the air that's making you a bit nervous. It could be more than one person. For Cancer to continue for the second half of the month. The Eight of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. So with multiple aces coming out, 3 out of the 4 to be exact, if I remember correctly, I feel as if there's a lot of fresh energy in the air, okay? You could be coming up with creative solutions like that. You could find oneself easily adapting, okay? And just finding new creative twists and turns taking place, right? Coming up with new additions, right? Something you decide to implement into your business. For my entrepreneurs, it sparks a lot of attention. It gets people involved, I feel they need to say, and it will just leave you feeling more, having more attention roll in, right? Things growing even more so. Okay, get it active is what I just heard. I feel like that could be taken in more than one way, but I do sense that a lot of Cancers drawn to the reading need to either get back to a workout routine or maintain it, okay? Even if you're very, very busy, a lot on your plate, staying in shape or getting oneself feeling invigorated in that sense, feeling good about how you appear, it makes a difference when it comes to the quality of your work. Okay, you might even meet someone who's romantically or just sexually attracted to you at work. Anyways, let's pull for the Eight of Cups to begin the second half of the month. Boom. Got it. So are you seeing how I'm not even needing to really shuffle to get the right card at certain points? That's your vibe, okay? It's a time where you need to recognize things aren't meant to be ultra difficult for oneself. You may have a lot on your plate. It may feel like you have to balance a ton out for oneself, but you've done that very effectively in a past chapter of one's life, so don't sweat it, right? You just will do things with ease. What feels easy is meant for you at this time. when it comes to acquiring something new, when it comes to maintaining something, you can't force it. And that's a reminder to my Cancerians throughout the month. But that's coming out for the beginning of the second half for a reason. Now, when something feels difficult, step away. Come back in a different state, better energy, when the energy is better around you, or just it might not be meant to be at all, right? Say you're creating for your business or something of the sort. But it maybe something needs to get done either way. Let me catch my breath. Keywording. The Star card talking about how you need to prep to walk away from something that's unhealthy towards something better for oneself, but you might choose to continue it either way. Or bounce to the new is what I'm hearing. But I do feel as if you are shining in the spotlight once again, and there's levels of vulnerability that makes your work even more desirable, okay? You're real, you're you, and we like what you have to say, okay? So there's a sense of you getting your voice out there. But I do feel like for whatever reason, there's a huge highlight on a leap of faith for oneself, okay? Pack lightly if you do find travel in the second half of the month for oneself, okay? Pack lightly, that's key. Bear with me as there are more cards falling onto the ground. So with the Four of Swords at the bottom, I do feel as if there's a reminder that you're protected, okay? You need to find time to rest, but I feel like there's not a ton of time to do so. A very busy end to the year for oneself. But the Knight of Cups and the World card, I do feel like you're moving forward and needing to heal all the meanwhile. It might be this vibe where you're so overly tired at certain points that levels of emotion kind of kick in or float to the surface. It just, do your best to gather oneself, right? Or to snap out of it and just do what you got to do. There's a vibe where you're being viewed as very mature and reliable and will just get the job done and do what you got to do when you got to do it. But then it's oh God, I have to catch my breath. Okay, I have a lot going on. I need to get there on time. That's also a vibe. Just give yourself the time that you need to get there on time. Okay, because you will feel ultra stressed beginning your day or making your way through it if you are running late, even if you get there on time. Okay, but the World card and the Knight of Cups, because I do feel like with the Ace of Swords. With these for the Ace of Swords, I truly feel like your mind is taking a highlight in the middle of the second half of the month. It's shining, it's glowing. People are a bit confused even, right? But you're going to be coming up with ideas or even getting a better vision on how you see things unraveling for oneself. This again highlights the fact that you're able to, or even given from spirit, certain creative ideas to see something grow even faster or just to see something thrive even more so. You're on a roll. I feel like you're doing so much. 1818 on the timestamp. Again, take a deep breath as your world changes for the better. Getting ready to wrap up this year in general, this month, you're being reminded in certain ways luck is on your side. Soar towards what you deserve. And I feel like there is a level of elegance in the way you produce, develop, get things done, balance things out, and in the messages you're conveying. I really do feel like there's some spiritual workers or even healers being drawn to this reading. I sense that you're needing to recognize that if you desire something new at this time, or if you even feel as if you need more of something moving forward, regardless of what that is for you, you can manifest it, okay? I feel as if there's going to be a reminder that certain transitions or just developments at this time, switch ups even, and what's flowing in, you're manifesting it, okay? You're a powerful machine. And so therefore, again, there's a focus on your glowing mind, okay? Your shining way of being even. And I just feel like you're looking good, okay? But the Queen of Cups to wrap up the month, okay? The Queen of Cups, where there isn't control, put your hands up, okay? You cannot control other people, other factors around you, even the energy in a situation to an extent. So just go with the flow, take care of oneself, and focus on what you need to do, right? There's a reminder that you have this innate ability to adapt, to hop over, or even go around certain obstacles, right? When something's meant to get done, it will, okay? But again, I feel like there's no shortage of you being this money-making machine as you get ready to wrap up the year. And I feel like you're getting ready for a new investment, okay? Paying bills on time, showing people how it's done, being a leader in a lot of ways, and Spirit saying your other placements will take a highlight as you get ready to wrap up the month for whatever reason. You may be pointing out the obvious or just the truth to certain people. That could be through your work or potentially at work to other people. A boss figure will be impressed, I feel the need to say. But I just feel like Spirit's also saying things are going to unravel as they're meant to in the upcoming year. So set the tone for oneself and view the month of January as just a fresh beginning for oneself, right? And I know that's kind of cliche, but for the new year, but I just feel like there's a vibe where you need to either put your crown back on or just keep wearing it as you step into 2023. Because I feel like you are one shining star and being viewed as somebody who has a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience. And I feel like for some, there's a healthy home life ahead for you, even if it doesn't feel like it, or you haven't been experiencing that. But I also just feel like there's a healthy work environment to be experienced, whether it's due to a change in that specific job or a new one being acquired. I feel like there's just a lot of success you need to embrace, be one with, and be recognized for all that you contain talent-wise, ability-wise, right? The work you produce and develop to wrap up this month will impress people, to say the very least. No shock there, okay? And a reminder as you make your way to wrap up this year, what came to an end for a reason, and it's becoming very obvious as to why that was, okay? Don't be surprised if you finish up the month feeling a bit depleted and very much sensitive to energy, but you can do this, okay? You can do this. It's the month of December that reminds you, you deserve all the money that's flowing in. You deserve the success that's coming to be, even the growth tied up into it all. You deserve what you're acquiring all the meanwhile and the doors that are opening for you. It's a month to be a Cancer, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your month, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Cancer.